Have you ever had a strong memory of something that when you go to share it with others, they look at you like you're crazy? Maybe it's a quote from a beloved movie that you're positive you remember, but no one else seems to, or perhaps it's a logo that you're sure looked different than it does now. If you've experienced this, you've probably chalked it up to the Mandela Effect, a term coined by scientists to describe instances where a large group of people all share a false memory. But what if there is more to these uncanny déjà vu moments than scientists and psychologists are letting on? To understand how we might be living in a shifting timeline, we need to take a closer look at the Mandela Effect itself. The term was coined in 2009 by a group of scientists at the University of Oxford as a way to describe a peculiar phenomenon, when in reality, he was released in 1990 and lived until 2013. This false memory was so widespread that it prompted the scientists to theorize that the Mandela Effect could be evidence of a parallel universe. Their hypothesis was that memories are not stored in a fixed timeline, but rather in a multiverse where each universe has its own version of reality. According to their theory, the reason we experience the Mandela Effect is because these universes occasionally collide, causing our memories to bleed over into our current timeline. But if this is true, then our perception of the past could be drastically different from the actual events that occurred. Logos and movie quotes may seem trivial, but if they're shifting, then it means that our understanding of history itself is in flux. It raises the unsettling possibility that nothing is truly certain, and that the world as we know it could be in constant flux. So how can we be sure that we're not living in a shifting timeline? Unfortunately, there is no scientific consensus on the Mandela Effect, let alone its potential link to parallel universes. Most scientists agree that it's likely due to a combination of false memories. But that doesn't mean that the Mandela Effect is not real. There are countless examples of people sharing memories that simply can't be explained away by coincidence. They presented a series of images to participants and asked them to identify which ones were new and which ones they had seen before. Some of the images were real, while others were fake. Number of real images. First, this suggests that our brains are more likely to accept false information as true if it aligns with our existing beliefs and memories. In other words, we may be living in a world where reality is constantly shifting, not because of parallel universes, but because of our own fallible memories and the human tendency to believe what we want to believe. For more on the Mandela Effect, stay tuned for more information.